I don't know. I never did. You know what we're here for? I'm well.
Hey, Dalton, you want to go light candles? You need Dalton?
Good morning. How is everyone today? I see that some people remembered what day it is. Others did not. I see a little green floating around. Good job, guys. We do have just a few announcements this morning. First is tomorrow night is committee meeting night and cabinet night. So if you're on a committee or part of the cabinet, please be here at 7 for that. Then Wednesday, of course, our regular activities of Oasis and choir practice will be going on. We did have a change to the schedule today for what was previously planned. The movie matinee will not be taking place today. And all this was due, as I'm sure most of you have heard, but to Miss Glenda Euler's passing this past week. So her visitation or calling hours was last night. Today at 1:30 here at the church will be the funeral. So please come back to celebrate and remember Glenda, spend time with the family, and then because of that, though, there will not be a movie this afternoon. And community choir practice will be here today at 3 o'clock. So if you're part of that, it's here at 3 today. So any other announcements that we need to make that may not be in the bulletin or that we may have missed? Yes.
The women received an invitation to go over to Rushville Christian Church on Saturday, April 6th. To hear speaker Stacy Salisbury. She's an author, speaker, farmer's wife, lots of different things here about her. So I'm going to lay this back on the sound cabinet. If anybody's interested in checking that out, it's just a free will offering. It's Saturday morning only at Rushville. So sounds interesting. Some of us will be over in Illinois at the DHF conference. That's in weekend. So I want to make that available if anybody would like to go.
Okay. Any other? Okay. We will begin worship with our prelude.
From Emmanuel.
If you're able, please stand for our opening hymn. To God be the glory. Almighty God, great things you have certainly done. Only you could create a week where it's 60 one day and snowing a few days later. Lord, because we know if it were up to us, it would not be that way. But it's a demonstration of your mighty power, of your fabulous works. And Lord, while we may be a little tired of the white stuff, it is still pretty when it falls. It's a reminder of the purity of your Son, Jesus, who gave his life on the cross for us, and a reminder of how loved we are by you. Lord, we come today to worship you, to lift your name on high, and to give you thanks for all that you have done for us. We ask that you take this service as an offering to you, and may it be pleasing and acceptable in your eyes. We continue our worship of you by offering to you the prayer that your Son Jesus taught us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. As you go throughout your prayer time this week, please remember to pray for those who are listed in the bulletin. You don't have to know the exact details, just know that they need your prayers during this time. At this time, if you will, please share with us any... We always forgive the funeral director. Always. He's about the Lord's business in a much different way than we are. If you will, please share any prayer concerns or praises that you have with us this morning. Doug?
I have a couple. One is Carla Calvin. She's having a tough time right now. She's had 103 temperature for a couple, 3 days. She has not been in the hospital. Why, I don't know, but upset stomach, nausea, tired. My weekly talk with her usually is pretty uplifting, and she sounds strong and vivacious and everything. She sounds tired and really wore out. So we need to keep her in prayer. She's trying to get into the doctor to get chest x-rays and stuff to see what's going on. So thinking maybe this pneumonia, viral stuff going around she's got besides her other complications. Second note, first round of chemo for the second go round has been tolerable. Hasn't been really any bad side effects. Tiny bit of nausea so far, but the fatigue is worse, which is common from what I've been told. So we will see what round 2 does next week or after next week. Because it's every other week for the next 12 weeks. So God bless me and He blesses all of us. So see what happens.
So remember Carla Calvin, who is under the weather, fever, not doing well at all. So pray that healing takes place. You get into the doctors. And then continue prayers for Doug as he goes through chemo, but a bit of praise as the first one is doing okay. He's here with us this morning, so that's a good sign.
I actually went to Nashville, Tennessee yesterday with a friend.
I was wondering, yeah, if you can, let me tell you, if you can make a ride to Nashville, Tennessee on Saturday, you better be in church on Sunday. Put that out there.
About a half an hour.
And it was peaceful, huh?
I'll leave that one alone.
So we're going to pray for Doug and Vicky so they go home today. Others?
Yesterday I went for a choir competition contest at Northwestern in the Carroll Elementary School in Carroll.
Awesome. Very good. So the Cougar Choral received gold at the competition yesterday. First time ever competing? Awesome. Excellent job. Others? Of course, remember the Glenda Euler family. Yes, ma'am?
My mom went back, she has Barrett's esophagus, and it has been benign, but they found a nodule in her throat, and it's cancerous.
Okay.
And she goes back either next month or a month after and see if it's back again.
Okay.
If she's got cancer of the throat.
Okay. So we need to remember Christine's mom. Looks like the cancer may be back. We're going to pray that it's not there when they look again. Definitely. We'll keep her lifted up as well as you. Others? Yeah, Jeremy's mother had surgery this past week. All went well. She's home. She can't talk very well. It was to repair damage to her spine in the back of her neck. So she's had this done before, so it's not her first time through, but it seems to be going well. So then also, what was his name? Adam Snyder. He was a fire chief in Eastern North Carolina who was injured in a skiing accident and then passed away this past week. So we need to remember his family as well as his firefighting and emergency services family. Any others? All right, let us pray. Lord, we've heard the chimes this morning, a sound that is becoming way too familiar to us. But in light of that, we also say thank you for it. For a family that loves one another and who celebrates and laughs together, but who also joins together as we mourn and we remember Ms. Glenda. We ask that you be with her family today as they prepare for the services, as they go through the funeral, and help them as you help us to remember all the good times and the times that we have to celebrate and laugh. Lord, we ask that you place your healing hand upon anyone in this congregation who's suffering. Over the past years, we have seen many miracles take place, and we still know that you are in the miracle-making business. We thank you for what you've done, and we ask that you continue to work in mighty ways, ways that baffle us and the physicians. We ask for strong lungs, for open hearts and minds as we come to praise you and worship you. And all that comes from a healing of the body and of the spirit. We ask that you be with those who may be suffering on smaller levels, who haven't voiced it, or who know those who think what they're going through isn't as bad as what others are. Lord, regardless of how big or small the issue is, help us to remember to bring it to you, to share it with you, and to have faith in you that you will take care of it all. Father, you are amazing. And I'm afraid most days we don't give you enough credit. Help us to turn everything to you. Help us to reflect your love and deflect your praises back. Lord, we ask for your blessings upon this world, our country, and the countries around it. With bombings and shootings, most days the world seems like a very dark place. Help us to remember that it's not only what we see on the news, but the things that are unseen. Help us not to become entrenched and buried by the negative things we hear on the news and that we see on social media. Let us all share the happy times. Let us all share the praises and the glad, good news. Help us to bring some light into this world. We know it's there. We just need to share it. Lord, for our military who do serve our country and the countries abroad, we ask for your protection on them. Keep them safe as they represent us and as they represent you. Bless their families when they're separated. Give them a peace and an understanding that you are working and that you are caring for their loved one. Be with our government leaders, from the president on down. Regardless of what's going on, we ask that you work through them, that your will is what is ultimately done.